It is Friday, March 17, 2023, early morning here. Leo checking in, wishing you all a very happy St. Patrick's Day. Those of you who celebrate St. Patrick's Day, I'm very proud to be Irish. I have not lived in Ireland for, 29 years now, but I still call it home. I've been very fortunate with the exception of COVID. I get back there every year, usually twice a year if I'm really lucky. And I still feel very connected to my beautiful home country, Ireland. So happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. But wanted to make this video to you. And I'm going to be talking about looking at goal setting. Come towards the end of March. Cannot believe the year is going so quickly. Sometimes you wish you could slow time down, right? Just slow it down. But we are coming towards the end of March, not only the end of March, but the end of Q1, quarter one. And the conversation I want to have with you today is to really take a look at where you think your year is going. And to ask you if, at the beginning of January, you made some New Year's resolutions, right? It's something that a lot of us do. I used to do it up until a couple of years ago. Every year, January, what's your New Year's resolution? I'm going to get fitter, I'm going to eat healthier, going to take up a new sport, I'm going to read, whatever. And it's something I did for years. And in a lot of cases, being quite honest, it kind of fell by the wayside after a month or two. You might be able to relate to that. And I think it's great to regularly set goals. I think that's really, really important. But I also think it's very important to regularly, measure those goals and see how they're going. Are you on track? Did you meet the goals? Are you on track to hit the goals? I think it's always good to put time frames in there, to really have some self-accountability, whatever those goals are, to say by such and such a month, this is where I want to be. And I want to ask you that if you have things in 2023 that either you worked into your New Year's resolutions or just things you want to do in your life, or things you want to change, things you want to do. It could be travel, it could be learn a new hobby, learn a new skill set, any number of things. And I think it's always good when it comes towards the end of a month and the end of a quarter, to really take a close look at that, so that if you need to make adjustments, you can just reset and pick it back up. And I always do that. I mean, now that I run my own online business, I tend not to look at how the business performs every day or even every week. I look at how it performs every month and more recently every quarter. And so long as my business can outperform itself quarter over quarter, I'm fine with that. I don't get stressed out if I have a day with low revenues or a week with low revenues. Once I can continue to outperform quarter over quarter, I'm happy out with that. And it's normal for things to slip away. With the best of intentions, we set goals, and then life starts happening, right? Life gets in the way. Perhaps events that you hadn't known were coming, and they totally sidetrack you. And I see that happen a lot with members that come into the online space, come in with the best of intentions, start learning, and then they have a major life event, and they lose the focus. They get distracted. They gotta take care of that, and that's normal. It's part of the journey. And about 2 years ago, I started learning an 80-20 rule, and it fascinated me because it was showing how we spend 80% of our time doing things that we have to do and 20% of our time doing things that we want to do. And I was intrigued when I first started learning about it. And basically it was saying we spend 80% of our time, getting up in the morning, getting ready to go to work, stuck in traffic, stuck in a job for anywhere from 6 to 8 to 10 to 14 hours, possibly even more, that we don't feel we're getting paid enough to do. We don't feel appreciated. We don't get enough time off. That's the sort of stuff. And then the commute home, maybe having to do chores and different things. And I was fascinated because I got on a path to flipping that. So I've managed to change that to spending 20% of my time doing things that I have to do and 80% of my time doing things that I want to do. It's no coincidence that I make these videos to you at all different days of the week. I don't just do them the weekends. Sometimes I pull the camera out on a Monday, on a Wednesday, on a Friday, on a Sunday. That's the freedom that I have now created. There is no way on this earth I would have been able to do that in my previous 35 years in the corporate world. I don't use the word impossible lightly, but in this case I will. It would have been absolutely impossible. There's just no way. And I'm on a mission to help others do that, and that's why I'm so passionate to get the word out there, because I have walked the walk. I've gone through what it takes in order to have this kind of lifestyle, and it's absolutely extraordinary. And when I say I'm on a mission, I have helped hundreds of people to already change their lives. And it takes work, it takes commitment. You got to be willing to learn. You got to be willing to put in about an hour a day for a few weeks. You got to be willing to believe in this. We're in a society where all too quickly we judge things. We're quick to judge, and sometimes without even taking the time to learn something. And I find that both fascinating and disappointing. And it's something I've trained myself. I try not to do. I try not to judge something. I try not to judge people before I take the time to get to know the person or whatever it is that I have faced in front of me. So it's really, thought-provoking, and that's what I hope I'm doing here today. And what I would say is this: listen, whatever you want your 2023 to be, there's still so much time to do it. Let's say we're headed into April, Q2 of the year. If you decided to commit to this for a month, 2 months, you could absolutely be well on your way to building up a secondary income stream that's going to over time replace your primary income stream. That's what I did in my first 6 months, but I did it working way less hours every day. And for me then, I had no choice but to fire my boss. I walked away from my job and I committed full time to this, and I now get to enjoy this extraordinary time freedom, geographical freedom, financial freedom, which is really important, and I get to do stuff that I love to do and helping others. So it's kind of a win-win-win. So maybe, after watching this video, have a think about this and have that honest conversation with yourself. Where did I want my 2023 to go? Am I on track to how I want it to be? And if not, what am I going to do about it? Okay, and that's it. And really set those goals for the next month, the next 3 months. And if you haven't yet taken a look at this, take a look at it. There's nothing ventured, nothing gained. If you will commit to 2 hours, if you'll give me 2 hours of your time, I'm gonna give you an opportunity to watch some free videos that they're gonna help you. They're gonna you might be saying, Leo, this is great, but what the hell are you talking about? Online marketing and run your own company. Take the time to learn about it. You're going to have an opportunity to watch some free videos with my mentor Stuart, who runs a company called Launch You. Watch the videos. He'll break it down step by step how you can go from consuming on the internet. How many of us have bought on Amazon for years? You can pivot that from being a consumer to actually making money online. And it's no coincidence that Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, is one of the richest people on the planet. It's insane. And that's that's the reality of online marketing. I make money off Amazon products. I don't touch them, I don't ship them, I don't sell them, I promote them, and then I get commissions based on the sales of those products. And that's the reality of how you can tap into online marketing. Give you a couple of quick examples. Booking.com, right? People book hotels and accommodation through Booking.com. They don't own the hotels that they promote. Airbnb, they don't own the homes that they're promoting. Expedia, they do not own the airplanes that people book their travel through. They promote the listings in there, and then when somebody books through their app, they get commissions based on that. Now that's on a massive level. They're multi-billion-dollar companies. But even to get a tiny piece of the pie, it's totally possible. I know thousands of people doing it, and I'm only here 2 years. So take the time to educate yourself on this. I came into it to make more time in my life. I wanted to keep making the same money because I was making really good money, but I was working 70, 80 hours a week for it. I now earn more money and I work 3 to 4 hours a day. That's it. And it gives me the freedom to hang out here on a Friday morning and chat with you. So do yourself a favor. In the description below, you're going to see the words learn more. Right underneath that, there's going to be a link. Go ahead, grab that link, click into that, and that will give you some free workshop videos with my mentor Stuart. Spend the time watching those. You're going to have such a clear understanding of exactly what I'm talking about and how this works. And from there, you decide to move forward if you want to do that. It's an incredible space to be in. I really hope that you take the time to watch those. And also, if you found value from this, please go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can continue to receive my videos. And if there's anyone in your circle of friends or family who you think will get value from this, please also share it with them. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great weekend ahead. Again, happy St. Patrick's Day. And as always, reach out anytime. Take care.